Hey gamers, Australian Media here, and I'm here to teach you about those violent video games your kids are playing. So the Australian media has brought us something beautiful today, a couple of videos and articles about Fortnite, the worst thing to happen since Hitler. So we're going to watch it together, and it's just going to be the most beautiful thing ever. I love when news stations try and cover gaming. It's absolutely beautiful, so let's check them out.
Welcome back. Well, if your children love video games, chances are they're playing one called Fortnite, and it has experts and some parents alarmed.
What the fuck is a gaming expert?
With 45 million users worldwide, some as young as 5.
With 79 billion players worldwide, some as young as 3 months old, they are just killing people online. It's hideous.
This online survival game has kids and teens competing to kill each other on screen, Hunger Games style.
Whoa, watch out guys, this lady knows what the Hunger Games is. She's on the ball. She knows about pop culture. Kids and teens. I like how she keeps saying kids and teens. You know, adults play this game. I know there's a lot of kids and teens playing this game, but there's adults playing as well, right? So don't worry about it. The adults will look after the kids. You know, and if they want to come over and play with us, they can come over. We got candy. I got a kitten around here if they want to pat that. Can we not use this part?
Firstly, Kirsty, just paint a picture on your house and how this game is impacting on your 4 boys.
So I have four boys.
Wow, thank you for that valuable information, Kirsty. Kirsty, tell me about Fortnite and your 4 boys. Well, I have 4 boys. Thanks, Kirsty!
Yeah, with very restricted and controlled use. So, but it's socially, you know, fairly important that they all interact with their friends, and you know, fairly important that they all interact with their friends. And
when they are playing,
She fucking interrupted her. Oh my god, something's wrong with Kirsty. Kirsty ain't all up there in the head. Maybe she's been playing a little too much Fortnite. You see those pauses? It's socially,
because I'm hearing that it's incredibly annoying for parents because there's a lot of screaming and shouting, and it's quite aggressive. Is that your experience?
not really.
It's so obvious that they're trying to push this agenda, that they already have this story made up and they just need an echo chamber of people agreeing. She tried to create this fake story to give Kirsty, like, tried to give her and hoped she'd agree. And Kirsty, when your boys play Fortnite, do they just grab knives and they just want to stab everyone? Is that something you've experienced?
Not really.
All right, Kirsty, thanks a lot. You're not coming back. We're not going to use your story. And you know that $20 and sandwich we were going to pay you? You're not getting that either. Now get out of here, you cunt.
Okay, well, it's the biggest game in the world at the moment. It's free, so that's why one of the reasons it's so
free.
popular. And it's like you said, Hunger Games style. So there's 100 kids, they go in there, they play a game together. The last man standing wins. So they're just killing each other. There's no storyline except to kill.
So I think this doctor might be on the payroll on this one. Old Kirsty's out, got interrupted and thrown out for not agreeing, but the doctor is all on board. She always uses the word kids. You got to say kids. You can't say human beings, humans. 100 people, got to say kids. There's 100 kids. They jump down onto the field, and they all just whip out their dicks and they just fight, and it's just horrific. Nancy. I don't know the host's name, they never said it.
And kids are going on there with their friends, they're playing, it's almost like their playground, but it's online, and they're playing with each other, but killing each other.
What is wrong with her? What is she talking about? It's almost like the playground, alright? Just picture this. This is what Fortnite's like. It's like having a playground, and little Timmy comes to school with an M4, and none of the other kids saw him coming. So it's almost like that. What do you mean? It's like a playground. Except they're killing each other. I'm gonna kill you. No, I'm not.
What sort of weapons are we talking about?
Rifles, picks, any kind of violent kind of weapon. And then you can buy new skins. It makes your weapons look better. You can buy new skins, make yourself look better. They don't cost very much, but it is a free game.
Oh, Doctor's selling me on the game here. It's a free game, and there's some amazing looking skins that you can get for yourself, and they don't even cost very much. Is she on the... She might be on the fucking Fortnite payroll. I'm very confused right now. But like, what kind of weapons can you use in this game? Oh, let me tell you, Nancy, so many different weapons. You got rifles, and picks, and just every other violent weapon that you can think of. I saw some kid running down there with an 8-inch dildo, and he is smacking people.
It has been described as gory, but parents are suggesting that because it's comic style, it lessens the impact. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, I don't agree. You know, the nature of the game is still quite violent, and, you know, the intent is there, so for me it doesn't lessen it at all.
I think the showrunner might have had a little word with Kirsty off camera there when she didn't agree. Bitch! When she asked you about that gore, you were gonna agree. If you did not agree, I am going to fuck you.
You're nodding, Joanne. Violence is violence.
Violence is violence. So they've packaged the game up a bit like a cartoon. So it's not like the more mature, violent games. And then you can dress your characters up in Santa outfits or fun outfits. So they've done this to appeal to a younger audience. But violence is still violence. You're still killing. And what you're doing is when you're killing, you're actually looking through the sight of the gun. So you are like first-hand killing. You're not watching someone else kill.
What the fuck?
If a 6 or 7-year-old is playing it, you know, that's quite a huge impact to be able to shoot a gun and kill someone.
Couldn't they at least pick pub? Is there blood in... There's blood in pub, right? Well, it's not as popular. It won't get as many clicks. How many clicks do you need? What do you mean clicks? This is on TV. What am I talking about? This thing is making me lose my mind. This doctor... Never go to this doctor, right? If you got any problems. You go in there with a broken wrist. Shouldn't have been playing Counter-Strike. Those AWP flick shots really got you this wrist. Now she knows what AWP flip shots are. There you go. A little bit of lore for this dumb cunt.
Give us the facts. Is there a link between children playing games like this and potentially being violent later in life?
Oh no, here comes the question. Here comes the question we're all dreading. Is there a link between video games and violence? Here it comes.
Or not necessarily later in life, but later perhaps in the playground.
So I follow this research really closely. So there's no actual direct link between a child playing a violent video game and then going and doing something violent.
Oh my god, there it is. I thought she was going to lie there for a second. Is there a correlation between violence in video games and violence in real life? No! There isn't! It's been proven. 0%. Oh my god, that's the end of the interview. That's all they needed to hear.
But you think of your average 10-year-old boy, you know, they can play this game, they get really amped up, full of energy. So when they come off it, if there's nothing for them to do, they're probably going to go and wrestle their brother or do something physical because they've got all the energy and adrenaline running, you know, through them by playing this kind of game.
We had it all. The answers we needed. She said exactly the truth. And then afterwards she blurted out all this bullshit of, yeah, but imagine your kids are playing Fortnite and they finish playing and they have all this energy built up from playing Fortnite, and he goes down and beats the shit out of little Timmy, you know? You just can't expect this kind of thing thanks to video games.
Just quickly, what's your observation with your boys, Kirsty? Do you notice that sort of reaction after they've played?
Not really.
She did it again. She disagreed. Do you notice your kids, when after they finish Fortnite, they go like shoot up a place? Kirsty? You notice they go and do something violent?
Not really.
Kirsty, you can't talk, but you bloody legend.
So I guess that's the advice, isn't it, Joanna's parents, just to be monitoring, be across it and make sure there's a mix of other things going on. We're out of time, sadly, but great to have your insight. Thank you very much indeed.
And there it is at the end, everything we needed to hear. It's just perfect. There's two things you can take away from this interview. A, violence in video games has nothing to do with violence in real life. And then B, right at the end there, parents, do your job and parent your kids. Alright? If they're sitting on video games for 10 hours a day, it's not the game's fault. It's not bloody Fortnite's fault. Okay? If you don't want to play in Fortnite, download them Toy Story on the Super Nintendo. Don't do that, that's illegal. Unless you own it already and it's for backup reasons. Then you can do that. Now, believe it or not, this is not the worst of the Fortnite media coverage. It does get worse. It actually gets better, in my opinion. This one's a lot more dramatic, a lot more over the top, and it's just absolutely perfect. It's perfect.
First, let's move on. It was The Sims, then Minecraft and Pokemon Go. Actually, if you're my age, first it was Pac-Man, but never mind.
First there was The Sims, then there was Minecraft was released after that. Then we had Pokemon Go, big one, that one. Now we got Fortnite. So that's 4 video games we've seen being released in the past 40 years. If you're my age though, it was Pac-Man. But never mind. Never mind. Come on, guys. Never mind. You like that little sound effect they added there when they was hitting the ground? It wasn't even hitting a player, he was hitting the wooden ground. Had a little sound effect of an actual real life lady getting punched in the gut. Ah! They could have added it to him hitting a player, and then they add the blood spray onto the screen and the sound effect, and then the blood trickles down. It says Fortnite. Oh. I should be hired for the news, boys. He's collecting resources so he can build 18 ramps up to heaven and then just jump down and hit you for 8 damage with a shotgun. And then theirs does 120 in one hit.
One of the most popular video games in the world, with 46 million players worldwide.
Some of my friends actually can't get games like these.
Why is that?
Their parents just think it's not very good.
You hear a lot of stuff to take in here, but you hear that music? The fucking Inception soundtrack going on in the background? And the zoom in of them on the DualShock controller, and it's red and blue, looks like little baby Thomas the Tank Engine controller. And then they got the zoom in, not just the gameplay footage of Fortnite. No. You got to have the zoom in of like someone got a camcorder recording the screen on the side a little bit, and then you zoom in. And then they found this little future serial killer to represent kids. Kids showing no emotion. They're gonna blame Fortnite for him when they find out that he killed his older brother? No, it's not Fortnite's fault. He's just a little psychopath.
So why are kids as young as 9 playing the violent game?
Parents should absolutely be paying attention to the rating system.
Tonight, a warning from the experts.
So as you can see, these ones are a lot more dramatic than the other ones. A lot of zoom in. I don't know why they had GTA footage at the end there. That has nothing to do with anything. Oh, but we're getting the experts in. Oh, I can't wait to see the experts again. If there's anything like that doctor lady on the other one. But in this one, they're saying kids playing it as young as 9. In the other one, it was as young as 5. Make up your... Get some common ground here. Are they 5? I don't know what a 5-year-old kid looks like. It's been a while since I've been down in the basement. I'm pretty sure there'd be skeletons by now. But are they 5 or 9? Yeah, we're going to have to cut that as well.
Ryan is 11 years old. His brother Dylan is 9. They're in the middle of a game of Fortnite.
Dylan is 8 years old and Ryan is 9. And we're just going to be jumping into the middle of their Fortnite match here. See how they're doing. See how many kills they got. See if they're heading for that chicken dinner.
The kids who can't take their eyes off their screens, their concerned parents, and advice from the experts.
That kid just blew himself up with a grenade at the end. Cut that! Cut that! We need to show this game violent. It's not funny. It's not funny. Alright, Optimist. Something tells me that little kid's name is not Optimist. Where'd you get this footage, huh? Biggest Twitch fails?
The 9 News app is here. When news happens near you, we'll alert you. The free 9 News app goes straight to the source you trust.
What is this? You can't have your little app in the middle of the Fortnite. You're not paying me for this. No one wants your 9 News app. Download it and it tells you whether events are happening nearby. Beep beep. Oh, hang on, guys. I got a call from 9 News. There is a serial killer on the way. Yeah, finish your coffee, Tina. That's all right. Beep beep. Oh, 9app is actually telling me there's a naked homeless man running down the street. He's a few streets away. You guys want to go check it out? Tina, you raised your eyebrows. It sounds like you're into it. Never mind, he's dead. He just died. 9app, let me know. I'll see if there's anything else going on.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Everybody, thought we'd keep that big, deep breath in.
Fortnite is the latest video game kids can't get enough of, but when does a bit of harmless fun turn into an unhealthy obsession?
Why is this news? This is on public free TV. This is what the grandpas and grandmas of the world are seeing and going, oh, those video games, I tell you.
The violent video game Fortnite is designed for teenagers.
What is happening? Fortnite is designed for teenagers. About killing people. What is happening? What is happening?
Yeah, you have to make sure no one kills you.
So you have to kill others.
You shoot them, and then they just fall to the ground and die. It's not as brutal.
That's not brutal?
I wouldn't say brutal.
No, it's not that brutal. You just shoot them in the head and they drop dead. Sometimes they're wearing like a little pink bunny outfit. It's not that brutal though. If you want to see brutal, you should have seen when I gutted my neighbour's cat.
Just because it has those sort of colourful graphics and that cartoonish style doesn't mean that it's okay for your kids.
Violent video games are usually rated MA 15+.
Can somebody tell this fucking gaming expert that he's not actually playing the game and he's spectating someone? He's sitting there mashing his keyboard. The zoom in on the monitor, it says spectating up the top. What, you couldn't have just found some gameplay on YouTube? Put that there? You had to have him spectating someone. What's he typing an essay on his second screen? Yeah, I died. I'm just spectating. You can get footage if you want. Fuck off, gaming expert. Suck my dick.
So when parents are worried about stranger danger type issues of online games...
Oh, watch out, guys. The gaming expert's brought in the stranger danger. Let's make sure we get the addiction in there. We'll get the violence in there. We'll find a couple of serial killer kids in there. Let's bring in the stranger danger. You know... You don't want to find any creepy uncles on Fortnite and lure your kids into their van. What, is this more danger of playing Fortnite, stranger danger, than going out on your bike? Go on your bike, little Timmy's never going to come back. Fortnite seems pretty good at that point.
It seems the quest for a higher score is hurting our mental health.
Somebody had to write that. Somebody had to approve that. Somebody had to read that. It seems the quest for a higher score is hurting our mental health. What the fuck? How? How's it hurting? You know how good video games are for people with anxiety, depression? You know how well that stuff can get you through it? What the fuck?
Problems related to the excessive use of gaming will warrant a medical diagnosis when the World Health Organization adds gaming disorder to its classification of diseases later this year.
Lauren Goldman's they got her in the Fortnite. Oh my god, I can't believe they did that. I cannot believe that just happened. They put her in the game and they had like a little Borderlands effect on her. Hey, this account has 700 V-Bucks. Someone at the current affair here has bought some V-Bucks. They wanted that skin apparently. Look at all this stuff they have. That fire hand drop, you don't get that. You got to buy the gold pass, and then you don't get that until like level 86. Gold girl, whoever has this account, I'm trying so hard to ignore the fact that they put her in the game and made her rotate. This is a serious account of Fortnite right here. I'm impressed. Who is it? I bet it's that lady at the start who takes a big, deep breath every time she talks.
Up next, a dental disaster. How Bob's dentist dropped his instrument during surgery.
That's the screwdriver there. Boy, it stands out all right.
Oh, coming up next, this old man found a little baby screwdriver in his stomach that the surgeon accidentally dropped in there when he was saving his life. What a fucking arsehole. They got it out, no worries though. It wasn't a problem. That's not the whole story though. Stick around, there's more. Fuck it. Roll credits!